Hello, I'm back, and I'll be talking about the new Blox Cards update, Necro Syndicate. What are Necro Syndicates? Well, Necro Syndicates are factions that basically make use of an item called the necroenzyme, which can resurrect people from the dead. Invented by Eisenhower DeWitt to revive his beloved husband, he fumbled the bag and wasn't able to keep it a secret from the general public and leaked the entire invention. Now that everyone has a hold of it, there are 6 factions that got their hands on it, and they started doing cool stuff with it. If you find being chaotic cool, that is. During this event, there will be 6 factions that have their own unique playstyle. Now I will quickly go over them. So, the factions are Smileys, the Falco, the CRP, also known as Committee for Rational Progress, Archive, Plural, Lord Breakers. So, what do any of these factions do? To sum it up for you, the Falco is a faction that uses a mechanic called seance, or, I need a better French accent. Seance, yes, that. Seance revives cards and puts them as a 100-100 stat line that dies next turn. In the lore, they are known as a corporation known to capitalize on necroenzymes and make a massive fortune over it. Next, we have the CRP, known as the Committee for Rational Progress, relies on a mechanic called injecting, which returns the fighter as a 2 white, 500-400 fighter, 500 health, 400 power. And now, fun fact, injected fighters during testing used to be 1 white. So it was slotted in cheap mono blue decks such as No Blue Blazeblade, and you can basically get high value cards for a cheap cost. You see, what if I cast a 1 white boba? You know, we'll never know for sure because they're now 2 white. Anyways, back to the lore. They are a government party that has loyal fans. Unfortunately, things don't last long. Not us humans, we die. So they use necroenzymes to inject their loyal fans and voters so they can outlive the opposition. Pretty evil mastermind guy, if you ask me, Astarossa, which is basically the guy leading the entire government party. Archive, a faction led by Caitlin Nixon in the lore. No, she wasn't the daughter of a US president. Archive mechanics is just recurring, where you basically bring back a card from the graveyard to your hand. Yes, it's broken, we know that for sure. To make a long story short, Archive is a research group that is basically studying the necroenzyme. That's all you need to hear. If you want to go in depth, just join the Discord, I guess. Plural. Oh god, I knew it. People are actually gonna hate this one. One, because it's furry infested. I know for sure many people in the community who play this game 24/7 in their mother's basement probably dislike these kinds of furries that are all happy, funky, and quirky. And it's basically them, because they are very annoying to play against in this game with their main mechanic called Bliss, which is Rage, but you need to have 4 fighters die in the turn, and it does nothing but activate effects. However, most Bliss-based effects tend to be really good, like Floofy Bones. You know, if you think about Bright Eyes as a card, it's basically that. Plural in the lore is a group known for many people wanting to feel only pleasure and pain. That's a bit sadistic, masochistic. I mean, I can't find the right word for it. So it's up to you guys to decide what kind of people they are. But it's very weird and abnormal. I hope you guys aren't like this in real life. I would be very concerned if you guys are. Very concerned. And we have Lord Breakers. Lord Breakers use a mechanic called Liberate, which only activates if you attack and destroy a card this turn. It recurs the card, then it gives it fading. In the lore, they are only a rebellion, radical, revolution group or whatever they call it, who are basically, they want the enzymes banned, pretty much. They want it banned, gone, forever. And then lastly, my favorite, the Smileys. They rely on a mechanic called ransacking, which is very cool because you basically get to delete cards from your graveyard, and if it reaches the requirement, their effects are activated. Well, you can select any card to ransack, which is a good thing, like I said earlier. However, if I'm activating an effect like Kingrin, I ain't gonna click on 30 damn cards just to activate a game-changing effect. Like, that's just tiring. I ain't gonna do all that work. Anyways, in the lore, the Smileys are basically a bunch of orphans, and they're kind of like a gang. That's how I perceive them. Basically like, you know, the Bloods, the Cribs, and all that. And they like killing people. Now that I think about it, all of this catastrophe, all of this chaos, would have not happened if Eisenhower wasn't such an idiot to begin with. If he actually kept the necroenzymes safe, all of this, the entire story, would have not happened. Thanks, man.